Hey cruisers, we recently revealed to you all that we are going on Diamond Princess to celebrate our 20-year wedding anniversary, and we are so excited to be going on this ship. Not only was it my husband and I's first cruise, but it was one of our favorite ships of all time. There are so many things that we love about the ship, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the history and the dimensions of the vessel and what we're so excited for about this particular cruise. Today's episode is sponsored by cruiseline.com, where you can find reviews, tips, and photos from real, everyday cruisers. All right, so there are so many things that appeal to us about the ship. I had to make some notes today, so I am going to be occasionally kind of glancing down at them. Please forgive me, but I wanted to make sure that I stayed on point and a little bit organized today and didn't miss anything that I wanted to share with you about our cruise on Diamond Princess. So a little history. The Diamond Princess was built in 2004, and I think that my husband and I actually sailed on the ship 2004 or 2005 right after it entered service, which is really crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. Been about 14 years as of the time that we're filming this. It is a Grand class ship, also called a Gem class ship in this particular case, and it is the sister ship to the Sapphire Princess, which is nearly identical. Right now, it's visiting Asia and Australia, primarily Asia. But the ship has a history that goes way beyond its time in Asia. In fact, it started off here on the Mexican Riviera in Alaska many, many years ago. So it's really interesting for us to be experiencing this in a different part of the world. The ship holds just over 2,600 passengers and has 17 decks. Now here's where it gets fun. There are some really, really unique spots on this ship, and there's some awesome specialty dining. And we're super excited to share some of these different things that are available on the Diamond Princess. First, let's talk a little bit about specialty dining. There are 5 specialty dining experiences, not necessarily restaurants, on this ship. The first is Sabatini's, the Italian restaurant we all know and love from Princess. Then we have the good old Sterling Steakhouse, which is great. And then, like many of the Princess ships, you have the ultimate balcony dining, which is offered for brunch and I believe dinner for an extra charge. That's something that we did in our young years, and you never know, maybe for our anniversary, we'll have to recreate our first ultimate balcony dinner. I think that would be so fun. Here's one of the great ones. They have a sushi restaurant on board called Kai Sushi. I'm trying to find a little bit of information about this restaurant, and the last menu that I can find is from 2014. So if you know anything more about the menu for Kai Sushi, please leave it in the comments below. We'd really love to find out what you know about this restaurant. But from what I can tell, it looks to be an a la carte specialty restaurant. Now, the last or 5th specialty experience on this ship is a chef's table experience. Probably not something we'll do this time because our son's probably a little too young to enjoy that experience, but it'll be coming in the next few years, most likely. Maybe when he turns 16 or 18 or something like that. So those are some of the specialty dining options. Now, what makes this ship unique? Okay. The thing I am most excited about, and if you've researched this ship, you probably know what I'm going to say, is the Izumi Japanese bath. You guys, this is so cool. They have taken the sort of aft, I want to say spa area, but it's not really next to the spa per se. They've taken one of the aft areas that's kind of high up on the ship, and they have modeled it after a traditional Japanese onsen or a Japanese bath. And it has indoor and outdoor bathing experiences, which is just so cool. There's steam rooms, there's saunas and hot tubs, one of which has a killer view of the aft-facing wake. It is so spectacular, and when I daydream about this cruise, I picture myself sitting in that beautiful outdoor bath, looking out at that aft wake and just letting all of my cares melt away. It just looks so spectacular. I can't wait. This is, by the way, the largest Japanese bath of its kind at sea and offers an experience. It says a chance to experience a little bit of a popular Japanese pastime. Sorry, there's a lot of P's in that sentence. I had a hard time getting it out. Anyway. This is the interesting thing. Men and women on the inside area have separate facilities, except for one outdoor area, which is like a hot tub where bathing suits are required. So yes, you just heard me correctly. I said where bathing suits are required. So my understanding is that traditionally in a Japanese onsen, you go nude. I believe that the way that they do this on Diamond Princess is they have certain hours of the day when you can go nude and certain days when you can go in your swimsuit. If you've been on Diamond Princess and you've experienced this, I want to hear all about it. Share it in the comments below. Please, please, please. I'm so interested in how this works and how cruisers will feel about this. I mean, I'm sure that there are going to be cruisers from all over the world who have different ideas of modesty and all that good stuff, but you gotta let me know if you've done this before. So, we already talked about the Japanese bath, definitely my number one most curious element of this ship. Obviously, there's kai sushi, which also sounds great to me, but more than anything else, you guys, this itinerary is just going to be so amazing. We are doing kind of a one-way itinerary sailing from Tokyo to Singapore. So we're going north to south, covering nearly 3,000 miles in 12 days. This will be the longest cruise that we've ever been on. Our longest has been 10 days in the past, and my goodness sakes, we are so excited to visit all of these new countries along the way. We're going to be visiting several areas of Japan. We're also going to be going to Hong Kong, Taipei, and Vietnam, and we're going to be concluding in Singapore. Unfortunately, we do have to fly home from Singapore the same day that we get off the ship, but we've arranged for a little tour and hopefully everything will go smoothly and we'll be able to do that. Another thing that we're really excited about, and this is just something that we haven't done in so long, is that we are cruising in a mini suite on this particular sailing. You guys, we got the most incredible deal on a mini suite, so we went ahead and splurged. This is probably my favorite cabin category across all of the cruises I've ever been on. And here's why. There are 3 elements that make mini suites really special. Number 1, they have a bathtub. I'm a bather. Let's just get that right out there. I love taking showers, but I also really love a bath. And I miss taking baths when I'm on a cruise. So I'm really excited to have that extra element of relaxation after what I'm sure are going to be some extremely long days in port. You know, putting on a whole lot of steps on the old Apple Watch, right? So really looking forward to that relaxation. I also love the extra sitting area that mini suites offer. So you have the little section with the bed, and then it has its own television and sort of countertop, and then there's another section with a couch and another TV on the other side. So you really feel like you have a lot of space, to relax and breathe over the course of your cruise. And lastly, of course, it's those balconies on the mini suites. They're great. All of the Princess balconies on this ship are awesome, but we really do enjoy the extra space. I do believe that we're on the Dolphin deck and we're probably going to have a completely exposed balcony. I think that Dolphin is all the way exposed, but we're fine with that. We don't mind at all. I'm sure we'll get some hot days and some rainy days, but that's a little bit about why we're excited for the cabin. There's so much more that we can talk about with this cruise, so you're going to be hearing more from us on the topic. There's just so many different things to plan for that we're not accustomed to. We'll be needing a visa in one of the countries. We're going to have to pack for 2 totally different weather systems because we're starting in basically winter weather in Tokyo and ending down by the equator in Singapore. So you know us, we like to pack carry-on only. So it's going to be really interesting packing for almost like an Alaska and a Caribbean cruise all in one. So that's a little summary of our upcoming experience on Diamond Princess. We're so excited for this new adventure and we cannot wait to take you along with us. Please tell us all about your Diamond Princess experiences in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Cruise Tips TV, all one word, no spaces. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.